Agility. Get unstuck, embrace change, and thrive in work and life by Susan David. Introduction: The Power of Emotional Agility. Susan David's Emotional Agility is a profound science backed guide that teaches how to deal with our thoughts and emotions not by controlling or suppressing them but by developing a flexible, compassionate relationship with them. The author, a Harvard psychologist, introduces emotional agility as the ability to face your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and stories with openness, curiosity, and courage. Instead of being emotionally rigid, trapped in self criticism, denial, or avoidance, emotionally agile people are able to adapt, accept reality, and live by their values even when life is hard. This book is not about positive thinking, it's about real thinking. It's about learning to walk through life's messiness without being overwhelmed or controlled by your emotions. Sushant David's message can be summarized simply: you don't need to control your emotions, you need to learn how to be with them and still move forward. Part 1: The Truth About Emotions. We live in a culture of toxic positivity. From childhood, we are told to cheer up, stay strong, or look on the bright side. But Susan David calls this emotional tyranny, the idea that only positive emotions are acceptable. She explains that all emotions, even the painful ones, have purpose. Fear alerts us to danger, anger signals injustice, sadness helps us slow down and reflect. Guilt shows that we care about right and wrong. By rejecting uncomfortable feelings, we reject parts of our own humanity. Emotional agility begins when we give every emotion the right to exist. Discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. The cost of emotional rigidity. Emotional rigidity is when we get stuck in our thoughts and feelings, believing they define us. For example, I'm a failure, I'll never be happy again, I'm not good enough. When we fuse with these thoughts, they shape our identity. We become prisoners of our emotions instead of observers of them. Rigid people either brood, overanalyze every emotion, bottle up, deny or suppress emotion. Both are unhealthy. Brooding amplifies pain, bottling up causes emotional explosions later. The alternative is emotional agility, a middle path of awareness and acceptance. Part 2: The 4 steps to emotional agility. Shushan David presents a 4 step process to build emotional agility, practical tools to help you deal with life's emotional challenges while staying true to yourself. Step 1 is showing up. Showing up means facing your emotions directly, even the painful, messy ones. Instead of running away from fear, shame, or sadness, you gently acknowledge them. I feel sad, I feel hurt, I feel anxious. This is not weakness, it's courage. You can't heal what you refuse to feel. David explains that when we accept emotions as natural signals, not enemies, they lose their destructive power. She reminds us courage is not the absence of fear, it's fear walking hand in hand with you. Step 2: Stepping out. Once you've acknowledged your emotions, the next step is creating space between you and your feelings. This is called diffusion. Learning to see your thoughts as just thoughts, not facts. For example, instead of saying I am a failure, say I am having the thought that I am a failure. Instead of I am angry, say I am noticing anger. This small change helps you realize your emotions are experiences, not your identity. Sushant David uses a metaphor. You are the sky, your emotions are the weather. Storms will come and go, but the sky, your deeper sense, remains vast and calm. Mindfulness practices strengthens this awareness, helping you observe emotions without in them, drowning in them. Walking your why. At this stage, emotional agility moves from awareness to purpose. It's about connecting your actions to your core values, the deeper beliefs that make life meaningful. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be in this situation? What really matters to me right now? Values act as a compass when emotions are strong. For instance, anger may tempt you to lash out, but if your value is kindness, you pause and respond differently. Fear may tell you to quit, but if your value is growth, you move forward anyway. David says, when you live by your values, you make choices that align with your true self, not your temporary emotions. She emphasizes that values are not goals. Goals are destinations, lose weight, earn promotion, but values are directions. Live healthily, be courageous. They guide you through life's uncertainty. Moving on, the final step is making small, intentional changes, taking action guided by values, not avoidance. Emotional agility doesn't mean waiting until you feel ready. It means acting alongside fear, doubt, or pain. You take small steps, consistent, value driven behaviors that build confidence and momentum. For example, instead of avoiding a difficult conversation, you say, "This matters to me and I can do it gently." Instead of quitting when you fail, you remind yourself, "This setback doesn't define me, learning does." David calls this tiny tweaks with big impact. Real growth doesn't come from dramatic breakthroughs but from steady, value based action. Life's beauty is inseparable from its fragility. Emotional agility is how we find the strength in that truth. Part 3, Emotional Agility in Real Life. At work, many workplaces reward emotional suppression. Be professional, don't take it personally. But suppressing emotions reduces creativity, motivation, and empathy. David encourages leaders to model emotional honesty, admitting uncertainty, showing compassion, and creating safe spaces for others to express themselves. Emotionally agile teams are more adaptable and innovative because they allow truths to surface instead of hiding behind perfectionism. In relationships thrive not on perfection but on authentic communication. Emotional agility helps partners express feelings without blame, saying, "I feel hurt" instead of "you always hurts me." It also helps you stay open to other people's emotions without trying to fix them. Love is not avoiding conflict, it's learning to handle conflict with curiosity and care. Emotional agility turns love into a space for growth, not performance. Parenting and family. David's parenting advice is deeply compassionate. Children don't need happy parents, they need authentic parents who model how to handle difficult feelings. When a child is upset, instead of saying, "Don't cry," say, "I see you are sad, that's okay." This teaches them that emotions are safe, not shameful. Children who are allowed to feel learn to think clearly and live bravely. Part 4, The Enemies of Agility. David identifies three traps that destroy emotional flexibility. Hooked by thoughts. When we take every thought seriously, "I'm not good enough," it controls us. Awareness breaks this power. Over identification. When emotions become identity, "I'm angry," not "I feel anger." Naming emotions correctly, "I notice sadness," gives freedom. Social comparison. Constantly comparing your life to others creates disconnection from your own values. Agility means defining success for yourself, not by society's standards. Part 5, Living with Openness and Courage. In her final chapters, Susan David reminds readers that emotional agility is not about happiness, it's about wholeness. You can live a full, meaningful life even with pain, fear, or loss. Emotional agility is about being with yourself with curiosity, compassion, and courage, not trying to be better than you are. She encourages embracing life's contradictions. You can be grateful and grieving. You can be afraid and brave. You can be hurt and still hopeful. This honesty creates deep resilience, the kind that survives change and uncertainty. Key lessons and quotes. Discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. Growth and peace comes from facing pain and not avoiding it. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. Detachment brings emotional freedom. Values are not goals, they are directions. They give meaning even when outcomes fail. Courage is fear walking. True strength is acting even when afraid. Happiness is not the goal, wholeness is. Emotional agility means embracing the full range of being human. Conclusion, The Art of Being Human. Emotional agility teaches the timeless truth that peace doesn't come from controlling emotions but from relating wisely to them. It is a call to authenticity in a world obsessed with control. Instead of pretending to be okay, you learn to be real, and from that realness, resilience blossoms. Susan David ends the book with a tender reminder: life's beauty and fragility are intertwined. The only way to truly live is to open your heart to both. Through emotional agility, you stop running from your emotions and start walking with them gently toward the life that matters most.